Karina baby. It is the 6th of June. Can you believe it? Let's read a story from A Year Full of Stories. June 6th. It is a very memorable day for Mama. Every year on this day, I think a whole bunch. Alright, so the story is Camping Out. It was a warm June evening. Ben and his friend Joshua were going to sleep in a tent at the back of the yard. It was the first time the boys had camped out, and they were very excited. Ben's mama helped them take things to the tent. They made several trips with sleeping bags, pillows, pajamas, and slippers. Ben took a puzzle book for his best racing cars and his teddy bears and a bag of gumdrops. Joshua had brought his cuddly lamb, an action robot, and some chocolate. "You'll need a flashlight," says Ben's papa. "Can we have some lemonade?" asked Ben. "And chips?" asked Joshua. "In case we get hungry." When everything was in the tent, Ben's mama said, "Goodness, there's hardly any room for you boys. You'll have a door open just in case. We'll leave the door open just in case." And Ben's papa, then they zipped up the tent and went back to the house. So it was dark. The boys snuggled into the tent, into the sleeping bags. They ate their chips and candy and drank their lemonade. The campers giggled and talked in whispers until Ben thought he heard a noise. Sniff, sniff, sniff. "What was that?" whispered Joshua, sitting up. And whatever it was went sniff, 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 snap. Ben and Joshua listened in silence. The moon shone through the branches of the tree. It cast twiggy shadows over the tent like bony fingers stretching to get in. Then an owl swooped low, screeching. "Woo! Woo!" "I'm scared," said Ben, hugging his teddy bears. "So am I," said Joshua, squeezing his lamb. "You used to have Mama, Papa, and baby lamb, baby. And you have a teddy bear, too." Slowly the boys unzipped the tent and peered out. Ben's house seemed a long way away, but there were lights in the window and the back door was open. Ben and Joshua pulled on their slippers, crawled out of the tent, and ran up the dark and spooky path towards home. "I thought you were camping," says Ben's papa. "There were wild animals outside our tent." Do you honestly think there were wild animals outside their tent? I don't think there were. But they're saying, "There were wild animals outside our tent," explained Ben. "And a witch was trying to get us," said Joshua. "Oh, I see," said Ben's mama, as she followed the boys upstairs to bed. "Well, you had better camp in tonight. You can camp out another time." There you have it. The boys went in because it got spooky scary. Right? So they had some trees going on up above. They had some shadows on the tent because the moon was out so bright. And they have a kitty cat in the background. See the kitty cat? Do you think that was the one going sniff, sniff, sniff? They have a little owl in the trees. They weren't in any danger, but inside their heart they felt like they were. So they went back inside. And that was a good thing for them to do. And if you ever get scared, you always go home to your mama, right? Alright. Or your papa. Because you know your papa and your mama both love you so very much. The next one is in the children's literature book is The Flowers. The Flowers. All the names I know from nurse, gardeners, gathers shepherd's purse, butcher's bottoms, ladies' smoke, and ladies' hollyhook. Fairy places, fairy things, fairy woods where the wild bees' wings. Tiny trees from tiny dams, these must all be fairy names. Tiny woods below, those whose brought shady fairies weavin' in a house. Tiny treetops, rows of thyme, where the beaver's fairies climb. Fair are grown-up people's trees, but the fairiest woods are these, where if I were not so tall, I should live for good and all. She wants to live with the fairies in the woods. The Raggedy Man. The Raggedy Man, he works for Pa, and he's the greatest man you'd ever saw. He comes to our house every day and waters the horses and feeds them hay. And he opens the shed and we all is laugh when he drives out our little old wobbly calf. And after our haired girl says he can, he milks the cow for Lizabeth Ann. Ain't he awfully good, Raggedy Man, Raggedy, Raggedy, Raggedy Man. Oh, look at the Raggedy Man. He comes by and helps with chores and helps milk the cow. Right? That's the best thing you could do is help. Why, the Raggedy Man, he isn't so good. He slips the kiln and chops the wood. He knelts his spades in our garden too. He does most things 'at boys can't do. He climbs, he cleans in our big tree, and smoked an apple down for me. And neither too fair Lizabeth Ann, and another too far for Raggedy Man. Ain't he awfully kind, Raggedy Man, Raggedy, Raggedy, Raggedy Man. And the Raggedy Man, he knows most rhymes. He tells them if I be good sometimes. Knows about giants and griffins and elves. And the squid it comes squeeze squallers their shelves. Ain't wit by the pump in our pasture lot. He showed me the hole at the winkets is got. At lives way deep in the ground and can turn into me or Elizabeth Ann. Ma and Pa, the Raggedy Man, aren't he a funny old Raggedy Man? Raggedy, Raggedy, Raggedy Man. The Raggedy Man, one time when he was making a little bow in a wreath for me, says when you big like your pa is ere you go to keep a fine store like his and be a rich merchant, wear fine clothes, and what ere you go to be goodness knows. And no, he laughed at Elizabeth Ann, and I say, go to be a Raggedy Man. I'm isn't going to be a nice Raggedy Man. Raggedy, Raggedy, Raggedy Man. So when he grows older, he sees this man coming to his property, right, where he's picking apples and taking care of the cow and helping inside and outside the home because he's a farmhand, right? And he's like, I want to be Raggedy Man. He wants to be nice and he wants to be kind and he wants to be gentle and he wants to help out around the house. I think that's absolutely stunning. Alright, baby. Tomorrow's Force of Need. Alright. I love you, Karina. You know how much I love you? I love you so very, very, very much. And I missed you, and I can't wait to see you, baby. I can't wait to see you. Mama goes to court for custody in 5 days. And I feel like it's happening around this time for a reason. It's June, and today's June 6th. I can't believe you're already 5 years and 1 month old. You're gonna be 5 years and 2 months old in 4 days. It's crazy. It's crazy, baby. You're getting so big. And I miss you. You know? I just miss you. And I love you. I love you so much. You can't even fathom. I love you so much. I missed you. I miss you so much. I love you and I miss you. And I can't wait to see you. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for where I'm at. I'm grateful that I have a computer that it's a laptop. I'm grateful I have a laptop that I could record videos on and just have videos for you for when I get to see you. Before, after, I know a lot of people think it's, I don't know. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful I could make you a video every single day that I'm not with you, and I wish I started this sooner. I was trying not to disrespect your papa. But Mama loves you, baby. Mama loves you so much, and Papa loves you so much. We both love you because we made you, and we love you. Mama worked so hard to make you and to have you. So, Mama just loves you. I love you. I love you so much. I put so much time into you when I had you. Just every second of every day. I was holding you, baby. I love you. We would do anything you wanted when you got bigger. We did anything that you wanted. I just love you. And I miss you. And I miss all the stuff we used to do. I just love you. You know that? I just love you. Alright, Mama's gonna sing you a song. I'm gonna sing you the goodnight song. I'm gonna say goodnight to you. Papa doesn't want these videos too long. But listen, I love you. So I'm gonna sing you Lila Tove, and good night to you. Lila Tove, may your dreams come true. We sing Lila Tove, may Israel protect you throughout the night until we reach the morning lights. Karina, baby, Mama loves you. I will always love you no matter what you do, no matter anything. It's unconditional love. That means there's no conditions on it. You could do, you're always going to be a good girl, I know that, but you could do anything and Mama will always love you because you're my precious little girl. Alright? I love you so very, very much and I miss you. This isn't anything of what I wanted to be a part of your life at all. I wanted your life to just be amazing. That's why I started teaching you how to read when you were little. We went from your baby can read to your baby can discover to your baby can learn, and like we were just doing all the Dr. Robert Titzer programs, and we were doing the signing time programs with Rachel Coleman and a few other ones. We were doing Dr. Wizard and we were doing Dr. Quantum. Mama wanted you to have opportunities to do anything you wanted to do in the world, and I know that 0 to 4 is that learning curve opportunity that I had with you, and I love you. I really did try to give you a good foundation when it comes to your education. I really, really did, baby. I'm so sorry I'm not with you right now. I'm so sorry. But I love you. I will always love you, no matter what. Karina, baby, I'm gonna let you go for tonight. I love you. I love you, baby, and I miss you. Good night, my sweet girl.